Empire's arrogance. The Galactic Empire was a colossal force, ruling over vast stretches of the galaxy with an iron fist. From their high-tech capital, they looked down on the lesser worlds they controlled. Among these, Earth was seen as a mere relic of the past, a planet whose technological advances were outdated and insignificant. The Empire's leaders had little respect for Earth, viewing it as nothing more than a forgotten piece of history. In the grand halls of the Empire's central command, leaders and military officers gathered. Their discussions were filled with laughter and derision as they talked about Earth. Why even bother with Earth? One officer scoffed. Their technology is centuries behind ours. They're not a threat. The Empire had recently discovered that Earth was still inhabited, despite being largely forgotten. This revelation did nothing to change their opinion. To them, Earth was a quaint old planet with no real significance. They were convinced that any attempt by Earth to resist their rule would be futile. Their confidence was unshakable. The Empire's scientists and strategists analyzed Earth's defenses, and their conclusions only fueled their arrogance. Their space defense systems are antiquated, a leading scientist reported. We could dismantle their entire network without breaking a sweat. Their reports painted Earth as a planet ripe for conquest, with no significant military capabilities to speak of. On the other hand, Earth's scientific community was working tirelessly behind closed doors. Unknown to the Empire, Earth was developing a stealth fleet equipped with advanced technology. This new fleet was designed to be invisible to enemy sensors, allowing Earth to strike back effectively. However, this project was kept secret, hidden from all external eyes, including the Empire's. The Empire's leaders continued their mocking attitude. They held public ceremonies celebrating their upcoming campaign against Earth, showing off their latest weaponry and technology. In a matter of days, we will show Earth what true power looks like, declared a high-ranking general. The general's speech was met with cheers and applause, as everyone in attendance agreed that Earth posed no real danger. As the Empire's forces prepared for their offensive, they were fueled by a sense of superiority. Their military fleets were positioned for a swift and decisive invasion. The Empire's propaganda machines spread the message far and wide, reinforcing the belief that Earth's defenses would crumble before their might. They portrayed the upcoming campaign as a mere formality, a chance to demonstrate their overwhelming strength. In their command centers, the Empire's strategists mapped out their plan. They detailed the routes their fleets would take and the targets they would strike. Their confidence was so high that they underestimated the importance of gathering intelligence about Earth's current capabilities. They were sure that Earth's old technology would be no match for their advanced weaponry. Meanwhile, Earth's leaders were aware of the Empire's arrogance, but could do little to change their perceptions. They knew that the Empire's underestimation of their abilities could work to their advantage. With their stealth fleet nearing readiness, they hoped that the Empire's overconfidence would lead them into a trap. The leaders were determined to use this to their advantage, knowing that a surprise could turn the tide in their favor. The mockery from the Galactic Empire was more than just an insult. It was a challenge. Earth's hidden forces were preparing for the moment when they could reveal their true strength. While the Empire laughed and celebrated, Earth's scientists and military personnel were readying themselves for the day when they would prove their worth. This sense of anticipation built up as the Empire's invasion plans took shape. They were convinced that the conquest of Earth would be easy and quick. But they were blind to the fact that their arrogance was setting the stage for a dramatic turn of events. Little did they know, Earth was about to unleash a power they had never imagined. The stage was set, and the Galactic Empire's hubris was about to be tested. The confidence that had fueled their preparations and mockery would soon be challenged by an unexpected force. Earth was ready to show that it was far from the powerless world the Empire had believed it to be. Earth's secret plan. While the Galactic Empire was busy mocking Earth and preparing for their invasion, Earth itself was far from defenseless. In secret, Earth's top scientists and military leaders were working on a plan that could change the course of their fate. Hidden from the Empire's eyes, They were developing a stealth fleet designed to be Earth's ultimate defense. The project was known only to a select few. Deep within a secure underground facility, engineers and technicians labored day and night. The facility was heavily guarded, with access limited to those who were directly involved in the project. This secrecy was crucial because Earth's stealth fleet needed to remain hidden until the perfect moment. The stealth fleet was a marvel of modern technology. Unlike anything seen before, it was equipped with advanced cloaking devices that rendered it invisible to enemy sensors. The technology was so sophisticated that even the Empire's most advanced scanning equipment could not detect the fleet. This was Earth's trump card, and it was being kept under tight wraps. General Karen Lee, one of the key leaders of the project, was a woman of few words but immense determination. She oversaw the construction and final testing of the stealth fleet. General Lee understood the importance of this fleet and knew that its success could turn the tide of the coming conflict. She was focused and relentless, working tirelessly to ensure that every ship in the fleet was ready for battle. As the stealth fleet neared completion, Earth's top military strategists developed a detailed plan for its use. They knew that the Empire's arrogance meant they would likely underestimate Earth's capabilities. The plan was to use the element of surprise to launch a devastating counterattack when the Empire's forces were most vulnerable. Lieutenant Tom Harris, a brilliant strategist, played a crucial role in planning the fleet's operations. His task was to develop tactics that would maximize the stealth fleet's impact. He studied the Empire's likely strategies and weaknesses, devising plans to exploit them. Lieutenant Harris's goal was to make sure the Empire's invasion force would be caught completely off guard. The stealth fleet was made up of a series of highly advanced ships, each equipped with powerful weapons and shields. These ships were designed not only to be invisible, but also to deliver precise and powerful strikes. Each ship had been meticulously tested to ensure that it could perform flawlessly in combat situations. In addition to the technological advancements, the fleet's crew was carefully selected and trained. The men and women chosen for this mission were among the best Earth had to offer. They were trained to operate the stealth ships and execute the planned strategies with precision. Their training was rigorous, designed to prepare them for the high-stakes battles they would soon face. The secrecy surrounding the project was so tight that even many of Earth's own citizens were unaware of what was happening. To the public, Earth appeared to be preparing for a straightforward defense against the Empire. In reality, they were readying a hidden weapon that would deliver a powerful and unexpected response. As the days passed, the anticipation among Earth's leaders grew. They were aware of the Empire's overconfidence and knew that their secret weapon would be a game-changer. The stealth fleet was nearing readiness, and the timing of its deployment was critical. Earth's leaders were waiting for the perfect moment to strike, aiming to catch the Empire off guard and make their presence known. The stealth fleet was more than just a military asset. It was a symbol of Earth's resilience and ingenuity. While the Galactic Empire underestimated Earth, the hidden fleet represented the planet's determination to defend itself and fight back against the arrogance of its would-be conquerors. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, and Earth was prepared to reveal its hidden strength when the moment was right. Empire's aggression. With the Galactic Empire's confidence high, they began their planned invasion of Earth. The Empire's leaders had made their preparations with an air of casual arrogance, fully expecting the swift and easy victory. They believed Earth's defenses were outdated and that their own superior technology and firepower would secure them an easy win. In the Empire's central command, the invasion plan was finalized. The Empire's military commanders assembled in a large, high-tech war room, reviewing their strategy with enthusiasm. Holoscreens displayed detailed maps of Earth's space, showing the locations of key targets. "Our forces are in position," declared Admiral Varric, one of the Empire's top military minds. "We will strike hard and fast, ensuring Earth's defenses crumble before they even have a chance to react." The Empire's fleet, a massive armada of sleek, powerful warships, was prepared for the attack. These ships were equipped with advanced weaponry and shields, designed to overpower any opposition. The Empire's propaganda had already begun spreading, with public announcements boasting about the impending victory. The conquest of Earth is only a matter of time. The Empire's official channels proclaimed, "Our superiority will be proven beyond doubt." As the Empire's fleet set course for Earth, the military atmosphere was one of celebration. Officers and soldiers eagerly anticipated the victory they were certain was imminent. Their confidence was so high that they underestimated the challenges that lay ahead. The fleet moved through space with a sense of invincibility, oblivious to the hidden threat that Earth was about to unveil. The Empire's invasion began with a series of coordinated attacks on Earth's outer defenses. The fleet targeted space stations, communication relays, and satellite arrays, aiming to cripple Earth's ability to respond effectively. The attacks were brutal and relentless, as the Empire's ships unleashed waves of firepower on their targets. Earth's outer defenses, though resilient, struggled to cope with the Empire's overwhelming force. The attacks caused significant damage, but they also served as a distraction. The Empire's forces focused on these preliminary targets, confident that their main assault would be a mere formality. Inside the Empire's command ships, there was little concern about the progress of the invasion. The commanders and their staff watched the destruction unfold with satisfaction, believing that the main battle would be just as easy. "Once we clear these initial targets, we'll move on to the core of Earth's defenses," Admiral Varric announced. Victory is inevitable. Unbeknownst to the Empire, their aggressive tactics were playing right into Earth's hands. The stealth fleet, now fully prepared and hidden from view, was waiting for the right moment to strike. The Empire's overconfidence had made them vulnerable to a surprise counterattack. As the Empire's ships continued their assault, they failed to detect the faintest signs of the stealth fleet's presence. The Empire's advanced sensors, designed to detect any threat, were unable to pick up the cloaked ships. Earth's stealth fleet remained concealed, ready to unleash its power when the time was right. The invasion seemed to be proceeding according to the Empire's plans, but beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. Earth's leaders and military strategists were closely monitoring the situation, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal their hidden strength. They knew that the Empire's aggression and arrogance had created an opportunity for a decisive strike. As the Empire's forces pressed deeper into Earth's space, their confidence grew. They were certain that the conquest was only a matter of time, but their belief in an easy victory blinded them to the reality that Earth had been preparing for this moment. The stage was set for a dramatic turn of events. The Empire's aggressive actions, driven by arrogance and overconfidence, had set the scene for a counterattack that would challenge their expectations. Earth's stealth fleet was poised to strike, ready to demonstrate that they were far from the weak and insignificant world the Empire had believed them to be. The hidden fleet awakens. As the Galactic Empire's invasion of Earth continued, the planet's defenders watched with bated breath. The Empire's relentless assault had already caused considerable damage to Earth's outer defenses, but the true strength of Earth's response had yet to be revealed. Inside the secretive confines of Earth's military command center, anticipation and tension grew. General Karen Lee, the leader of Earth's Stealth Fleet project, stood before a large control panel. Her expression was one of focused determination. She had spent countless hours preparing for this moment, and now the time had come to put their plan into action. The stealth fleet was hidden and ready, waiting for the precise moment to make its move. In a secure underground facility, Earth's stealth fleet lay in wait. The fleet was comprised of a series of advanced ships, each equipped with state-of-the-art cloaking technology. This technology made the ships invisible to all known sensors, allowing them to approach their targets undetected. The crew members who had trained extensively for this mission were now ready to spring into action. Lieutenant Tom Harris, the strategist behind the fleet's operations, made final checks on the fleet's systems. His eyes darted across the readouts, ensuring that everything was functioning perfectly. The success of their mission depended on the fleet's ability to remain hidden and launch a precise counterattack. "We're all set," Lieutenant Harris confirmed, his voice steady with resolve. "Let's show them what we're made of." General Lee gave a nod of approval, and with a deep breath, she issued the command to activate the fleet. The stealth ships, hidden in their secure docking bays, began to power up. The once dormant fleet now hummed with activity as its advanced systems came online. The crews moved swiftly, making final preparations for their imminent engagement. The first phase of their plan involved deploying the fleet to a position where it could strike the Empire's forces effectively. The ships slipped out of their hidden bays and into the vastness of space, their cloaking devices engaged. To any sensors or observers, there was no sign of the stealth fleet. The ships moved silently and swiftly, positioning themselves near the Empire's main assault force. As the fleet approached its target, the Empire's ships continued their bombardment of Earth's remaining defenses. The invaders were confident and complacent, their focus entirely on their offensive. They were unaware that a powerful force was silently moving into position, ready to deliver a surprise counterattack. The stealth fleet's commanders carefully coordinated their approach, ensuring that they would strike at the most vulnerable points of the Empire's fleet. The goal was to maximize the impact of their attack and create chaos among the Empire's forces. General Lee's strategy was to hit hard and fast, disrupting the Empire's operations and proving that Earth was not to be underestimated. At the designated moment, the stealth fleet's ships emerged from their cloaked state. Their sudden appearance was dramatic and unexpected, catching the Empire's forces completely off guard. The first waves of firepower from Earth's fleet struck with precision, targeting key enemy ships and installations. The Empire's ships, which had been so sure of their victory, were now reeling from the surprise attack. Panic spread through the Empire's command ships as they scrambled to respond to the unexpected threat. The once confident officers and soldiers found themselves fighting to regain control of the situation. The Empire's advanced sensors, which had been so effective in detecting other threats, were helpless against the cloaked fleet that had now become a devastating force. As the stealth fleet continued its assault, the tide of battle began to shift. The Empire's forces, caught off guard and struggling to adapt, found themselves on the defensive. The unexpected strength of Earth's response challenged their belief in an easy victory and forced them to confront a reality they had not anticipated. The hidden fleet had awakened, and its impact was immediate and profound. Earth's defenders had turned the tables, proving that their preparation and secrecy had paid off. The Empire's arrogance and overconfidence had led them to underestimate their opponent, and now they were facing the consequences of their miscalculation. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, and the outcome was no longer as certain as the Empire had once believed. The surprise attack. The Empire's fleet was in high spirits as they continued their assault on Earth. Their confident attitude was evident in their relaxed routines and casual chatter. They were convinced that the conquest was just a matter of time, and their focus was solely on dismantling Earth's defenses. Little did they know, their confidence was about to be shattered. Inside the command center of the Galactic Empire's invasion fleet, Admiral Varric and his officers monitored the progress of their attack. "Our offensive is going perfectly," Admiral Varric declared with a satisfied smile. "Soon, we will have complete control over Earth's space." Unbeknownst to them, the situation was about to change dramatically. Earth's stealth fleet, which had been silently observing the Empire's movements, was preparing to make its move. The stealth ships had positioned themselves in a strategic location, just outside the range of the Empire's sensors. Every crew member aboard the fleet's ships was ready, their nerves steeled for the battle ahead. As the designated moment approached, General Karen Lee issued the command to initiate the surprise attack. The stealth fleet's ships, hidden by their advanced cloaking technology, began to power up their weapon systems. With precise timing, the fleet prepared to reveal its presence and deliver a decisive blow. The first sign of trouble for the Empire came when the sensors aboard their command ships detected an anomaly. "We're picking up strange readings," a technician reported, his voice tinged with concern. "It could be a glitch, but it's worth investigating." Before they could fully comprehend the situation, the stealth fleet's ships decloaked and opened fire. The sudden appearance of Earth's fleet was like a bolt from the blue. The Empire's ships, caught completely off guard, were hit with a barrage of laser blasts and missile strikes. The attack was swift and powerful, targeting key components of the Empire's fleet with deadly accuracy. The initial impact of the surprise attack was devastating. The Empire's ships, which had been confidently advancing, were now engulfed in explosions and chaos. Several of their most advanced warships were crippled or destroyed in the first wave of attacks. The Empire's forces scrambled to respond, but their reaction was disorganized and slow. Admiral Varek's command center was thrown into turmoil. The Admiral's confident demeanor vanished as he watched the unfolding disaster. "What's happening? How could we be caught off guard like this?" he demanded, his voice rising in frustration. The officers and crew were frantically trying to assess the situation and regain control. The stealth fleet continued its assault, its ships moving with precision and efficiency. The Empire's once dominant position was now being challenged by Earth's unexpected strength. The fleet's cloaking technology allowed them to strike from unexpected angles, further amplifying the chaos among the Empire's ranks. In the midst of the attack, Lieutenant Tom Harris coordinated the fleet's efforts. His strategies were designed to disrupt the Empire's command structure and create confusion. "Keep the pressure on their command ships," he instructed. "We need to break their ability to coordinate their defenses." The surprise attack not only inflicted significant damage, but also shattered the Empire's morale. The invaders, who had been so sure of their victory, were now facing a fierce and determined opponent. The reality of their situation began to sink in as they struggled to mount an effective defense. As the battle raged on, the Empire's fleet was forced to retreat from its initial positions. The once unshakable confidence of the Empire was replaced by a growing sense of uncertainty. The surprise attack by Earth's stealth fleet had turned the tide of the conflict, proving that Earth was far from the weak and vulnerable planet they had believed it to be. The shockwaves of the attack rippled through the Empire's command and military ranks. The invaders were left grappling with the consequences of their arrogance. Earth's hidden fleet had struck with force and precision, demonstrating that the underestimated planet had the power to fight back and challenge the Empire's dominance. The surprise attack was a turning point in the battle, setting the stage for a new phase in the conflict. Empire's shock. The Empire's invasion of Earth had been progressing smoothly until the sudden and unexpected surprise attack by Earth's stealth fleet. Now, the once confident and relaxed atmosphere aboard the Empire's command ships was replaced with shock and chaos. The unexpected onslaught had left the Empire's forces reeling, struggling to comprehend the severity of their situation. Admiral Varek, who had been so assured of their impending victory, now found himself grappling with a crisis. The command center, once bustling with the sounds of strategy and celebration, was now filled with frantic chatter and urgent commands. Officers and technicians rushed to their stations, trying to assess the damage and regain control. "Report. What's happening out there?" Admiral Varek demanded, his voice edged with frustration and panic. The view screens that once displayed a confident view of the invasion now showed scenes of destruction and chaos. The Empire's ships, caught by surprise, were struggling to fend off the relentless attack. One of the officers, struggling to keep his composure, replied, "We're being hit hard, Admiral. Several of our key warships have been destroyed, and the stealth fleet is moving too quickly for us to track. We didn't even detect them until they were already in attack range." The revelation that Earth had a stealth fleet capable of inflicting such damage was met with disbelief. The Empire had underestimated Earth's capabilities, assuming their own advanced technology and sheer numbers would ensure an easy conquest. Now, the tables had turned, and they were facing a formidable and unexpected adversary. The Empire's fleet was in disarray. Ships that had once been part of a well-coordinated assault were now scattered and disorganized. The surprise attack had disrupted their communications and command structure, making it difficult for them to mount an effective defense. The damage control teams worked frantically, trying to repair the critical systems that had been crippled in the initial assault. Admiral Varek paced back and forth, trying to formulate a plan to counter the unexpected threat. "We need to regroup and reassess our strategy," he said, his voice tight with stress. "Find out everything you can about this stealth fleet and come up with a way to neutralize their advantage. We cannot afford to lose control now." The Empire's military leaders quickly realized the gravity of their situation. The stealth fleet's ability to remain hidden and strike with such precision had thrown their entire invasion plan into jeopardy. The once dominant position of the Empire was now under serious threat, and their previous confidence seemed misplaced. As the battle continued, the Empire's forces struggled to recover. Earth's stealth fleet maintained its pressure, continuing to target critical points in the Empire's fleet. The cloak and dagger tactics that had once been their secret weapon were now proving to be a game-changer. Each successful strike by the stealth fleet added to the Empire's growing sense of vulnerability. In the Empire's command center, the mood was grim. The high-ranking officials, who had once been so confident in their victory, were now forced to confront the reality of their situation. The unexpected resistance from Earth was challenging their assumptions and forcing them to rethink their approach. Admiral Varek held an emergency briefing with his senior officers. "We underestimated Earth, and now we are paying the price," he admitted. "We need to adapt quickly and come up with new tactics to counter this stealth fleet. Failure is not an option." The shock of the stealth fleet's surprise attack had a profound impact on the Empire's morale. The invaders, who had been so sure of their success, were now grappling with the realization that their conquest was far from assured. The battle had taken an unexpected turn, and the Empire was faced with the daunting task of reclaiming their dominance. As the conflict unfolded, the once unstoppable Empire was forced to confront a new reality. Earth's hidden fleet had demonstrated that even the most advanced and arrogant invaders could be challenged. The surprise attack had not only caused significant damage, but also delivered a powerful message. Earth was not to be underestimated, and the path to victory would be far more difficult than the Empire had anticipated. Turning the battle. In the wake of the surprising and effective assault by Earth's stealth fleet, the Galactic Empire found itself struggling to regain control of the battlefield. The initial shock of the attack had thrown their invasion plans into disarray. But now, with a new sense of urgency, the Empire began to regroup and adapt. Admiral Varek, though still shaken by the unexpected turn of events, was determined to turn the tide in favor of the Empire. He gathered his senior officers in a high-stress strategy meeting, his eyes steely with resolve. "We've been caught off guard, but we can still recover," he said, his voice firm. "We need to adjust our tactics and use every resource at our disposal to counter this threat." The Empire's leaders understood that their next moves would be crucial. They began implementing new strategies to adapt to the stealth fleet's capabilities. Their top engineers worked to improve sensor technology, hoping to detect the hidden ships before they could strike again. Meanwhile, their remaining warships formed new defensive formations to better protect critical areas from further attacks. The Empire's forces also began conducting coordinated counterattacks. They launched waves of drones and automated probes into the battlefield, designed to detect and engage the stealth fleet. These new tactics were aimed at disrupting the stealth fleet's operations and forcing them out of their concealed state. On the other side, Earth's stealth fleet continued its relentless assault. The fleet's ships moved with precision, exploiting the gaps in the Empire's defenses. Lieutenant Tom Harris, the mastermind behind the fleet's strategies, was closely monitoring the Empire's attempts to adapt. "We need to keep up the pressure and prevent them from getting organized," he advised General Karen Lee. "Our success depends on maintaining the initiative and hitting them where it hurts." Despite their best efforts, the Empire was struggling to cope with the stealth fleet's effectiveness. The Empire's warships were still taking heavy damage, and the constant threat from the hidden fleet made it difficult for them to mount a coordinated defense. The Empire's previous overconfidence was replaced by a growing sense of frustration and desperation. General Lee and her team were aware that the battle was far from over. They knew that the Empire would not surrender easily, and that maintaining their advantage required constant vigilance. The stealth fleet's crews continued to carry out their orders with precision, launching targeted strikes and minimizing their own risk of detection. As the battle raged on, the Empire's countermeasures began to show some effect. The new sensor technology and defensive strategies managed to detect and engage some of the stealth fleet's ships. The once hidden attackers were now being forced to maneuver more carefully to avoid the Empire's improved defenses. Admiral Varric used the opportunity to regroup and refocus his forces. "We are turning the tide," he declared to his officers. "Continue to refine our strategies and push back against this hidden threat. We need to regain control and complete our mission." The fight for dominance on the battlefield became a high-stakes struggle. The Empire's forces were no longer the dominant aggressors, but had instead become engaged in a fierce battle to reclaim their position. The once easy conquest was now a hard-fought contest, and the Empire's leaders were determined to prove their superiority. Earth's stealth fleet, though still powerful and effective, faced a more determined and resourceful opponent. The battle had shifted from a one-sided assault to a dynamic conflict, with both sides adapting and countering each other's moves. The outcome of the conflict was now uncertain, and the fight was becoming increasingly intense. In this critical phase of the battle, both sides were committed to their goals. The Empire was intent on overcoming the surprise and asserting their dominance, while Earth's defenders were determined to maintain their hard-won advantage. The conflict had become a test of resilience, strategy, and willpower, with each side pushing to turn the battle in their favor. Empire's retreat. The once unshakable confidence of the Galactic Empire was beginning to wane. The battle for Earth had reached a critical juncture, and the relentless pressure from Earth's stealth fleet had forced the Empire to confront a new reality. Despite their advanced technology and overwhelming numbers, the Empire was now faced with the grim possibility of defeat. Admiral Varric, who had been determined to reverse the tide of battle, was growing increasingly concerned. His command center was filled with reports of mounting losses and dwindling resources. The Empire's forces were struggling to cope with the persistent and well-coordinated attacks from the stealth fleet. The damage to their warships and installations was significant, and their ability to maintain an effective defense was rapidly diminishing. "Admiral, we've lost contact with several of our key units," one of the officers reported, his voice filled with urgency. "Our sensor technology is still struggling to keep up with the stealth fleet. We're unable to mount a proper counteroffensive." Admiral Varric's face was a mask of frustration. He had underestimated Earth's ability to fight back, and the results were now painfully clear. "We need to reassess our position," he said, his voice tense. "If we continue this fight, we risk losing everything. It may be time to consider a strategic withdrawal." The idea of retreat was not one the Empire's leaders had anticipated. The invasion had been planned as a decisive victory, and retreating now would be a significant blow to their pride and plans. However, the growing realization of their vulnerable position made it clear that continuing the assault was not a viable option. As the Empire's command center debated the decision, the reality of the situation was evident on the battlefield. The once mighty fleet was now struggling to maintain its formations and respond to the relentless attacks from the stealth fleet. The Empire's ships, which had once advanced with confidence, were now forced to pull back in an attempt to regroup. General Karen Lee, observing the changing dynamics from Earth's command center, understood that this was a critical moment. "The Empire is showing signs of retreat," she noted. "We need to press our advantage and ensure that they don't regroup and return stronger." The stealth fleet continued its pressure, targeting the retreating Empire ships with precision. The goal was not only to inflict as much damage as possible, but also to prevent the Empire from reorganizing. The fleet's crews worked tirelessly, executing their orders with skill and determination. As the Empire's forces began their retreat, they encountered increasing resistance. The stealth fleet's attacks became more aggressive, aiming to force the Empire's ships into a more vulnerable position. The once unified and powerful invasion force was now fragmented and struggling to escape. Admiral Varek's decision to retreat was reluctantly communicated to his officers and crew. "Prepare for withdrawal," he ordered, his voice reflecting the gravity of the situation. "We will consolidate our forces and regroup at a safer distance. We must ensure that this retreat is orderly and that we preserve what we can." The Empire's retreat was marked by a chaotic scramble. Ships that had once been part of a cohesive offensive were now scattered, with many facing difficulties in their attempts to withdraw. The damage inflicted by the stealth fleet had left the Empire's forces weakened and vulnerable. Despite the Empire's efforts to retreat, the stealth fleet continued to harass and disrupt their escape. Earth's forces were determined to make the Empire's withdrawal as costly as possible. The battle, which had begun as an overwhelming assault by the Empire, was now ending with a dramatic retreat. As the Empire's fleet pulled back from Earth's space, the scale of their defeat became clear. The once unstoppable force was now retreating in disarray, forced to reconsider their plans and strategies. The victory for Earth was hard-won, and the impact of the battle was a powerful message to the galaxy. The retreat marked a significant turning point in the conflict. The Empire's failure to secure an easy victory and their subsequent retreat was a testament to Earth's resilience and strength. The Galactic Empire had underestimated Earth, and the consequences of that miscalculation were now apparent. The battle was over for now, but the aftermath of the Empire's retreat left an indelible mark. Earth had successfully defended itself against a formidable opponent, proving that even the most powerful invaders could be challenged and defeated. The path ahead would be uncertain, but for now, Earth's defenders could savor their hard-earned victory and prepare for whatever challenges might lie ahead. Earth's victory and future. The aftermath of the Empire's retreat was a time of celebration and reflection for Earth. The once imposing Galactic Empire had been forced to withdraw, marking a significant and unexpected victory for the people of Earth. The battle had been intense, but the resilience and determination of Earth's defenders had triumphed against a seemingly unbeatable foe. In the wake of the retreat, Earth's command centers were abuzz with activity. The victory had come at a cost, but the sense of achievement and relief was palpable. General Karen Lee, who had led the stealth fleet with skill and courage, addressed her team with a mix of pride and exhaustion. "We did it," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "Our victory was hard-won, but it's a testament to our strength and unity." The impact of the Empire's defeat was profound. The Galactic Empire, which had once seemed invincible, had been pushed back and forced to reevaluate its strategies. Earth's defense had not only repelled the invasion, but had also sent a clear message to the rest of the galaxy. Earth was not to be underestimated. As the dust settled, Earth's leaders began to focus on the future. The immediate priority was to assess the damage and ensure that the planet was safe from further threats. Efforts were quickly mobilized to repair and restore any affected infrastructure. The success of the battle had inspired a renewed sense of hope and determination among Earth's population. The victory also provided an opportunity for Earth to strengthen its defenses and prepare for any future challenges. The military and scientific communities worked together to improve technologies and strategies, learning from the recent battle to enhance their readiness. The stealth fleet's success had demonstrated the value of innovation and preparedness, and these lessons were not taken lightly. In the political realm, Earth's leaders recognized the need for diplomacy and cooperation with other planetary systems. The victory over the Empire had bolstered Earth's standing on the galactic stage, but it was also clear that maintaining peace and security required ongoing efforts. Earth's diplomats reached out to neighboring worlds, seeking to build alliances and foster goodwill. The people of Earth celebrated their hard-earned victory with a sense of unity and pride. The conflict had brought the planet together, showcasing the strength and resilience of its inhabitants. Public events and ceremonies were held to honor those who had fought and sacrificed for the planet's defense. The victory was not only a military achievement, but a symbol of Earth's determination and spirit. Looking to the future, Earth's leaders remained vigilant. The victory over the Galactic Empire was a significant achievement, but it also served as a reminder of the ever-present threats in the galaxy. Earth's defense strategies were updated to address potential future conflicts, and efforts were made to ensure that the planet remained prepared for any eventuality. The retreat of the Empire had far-reaching implications for the galaxy. The once dominant force was now forced to reconsider its approach and strategies. Earth's success had shifted the balance of power, and the Empire's leaders were faced with the challenge of reassessing their plans and dealing with the consequences of their failure. As Earth looked toward the future, there was a sense of optimism and resolve. The victory had shown that even in the face of overwhelming odds, determination and unity could lead to success. The battle had been a turning point, and Earth's defenders were ready to face whatever challenges might come next with the same strength and courage that had secured their victory. The legacy of the battle was one of resilience and hope. Earth had demonstrated its ability to stand up against powerful adversaries and defend its place in the galaxy. The victory was a testament to the planet's spirit and a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope and the possibility of triumph.